Hey guys, 5 things I love about fall. It seems like I just did a video yesterday called 5 Things I Love About Summer. Really? Have 3 months gone by already? Wow. You will never see a video like this called 5 Things I Love About Winter or 5 Things I Love About Spring because I don't really care for those seasons. But I do love summer and I do love fall, so hence today's video. Okay, number one thing I love about fall. Fall foliage, the leaves changing color, and of course they all change at a different time. So you have the browns and the greens and the golds and the coppers, and man, is that gorgeous. And then the leaves start falling off the trees, and when you walk, your shoes or boots hit the leaves and it makes that crunchy sound, and sometimes they flutter up in the air in front of you. It's just the best. Although I have to admit, for the last week it has felt like spring. It has not felt like fall because it has been like torrential downpours and like cold, wet rain, and everything is just a mess. But I'm hoping that all this rain that we've been having is gonna jumpstart the leaves changing color on the trees and stuff. I am starting to actually see a little bit of foliage already, even though fall just started. So that would be number one, which leads me right into number two, hiking. We actually went hiking for the first time this season last Sunday. We like to go hiking as much as possible. We love it. We don't go in the summer because of the bugs, mosquitoes, ticks, all that kind of stuff. I mean, there are still ticks in the fall, but when you have that barrier of more clothes all around you, you know, you can see the ticks more easily and they're less likely to get on your skin if they're crawling on your jacket or something. So, yeah, hiking. I love being outside in the fresh air and the sunshine. We probably won't be able to go this weekend though because we've gotten so much rain this week that everything's going to be all muddy and soggy, and it's no fun to go hiking when the ground is all mud. So we're going to probably have to give it some time to dry out from all this rain that we've gotten. But yeah, I love to go hiking. And we don't always go to the same place. We like to go to a bunch of different places. So that's half the fun too, is like maybe, you know, rediscovering a trail that you haven't been on in a long time, or even better, going to a brand new place that you've never hiked before. That is so much fun. I'm not really into mountain climbing. We don't really have any mountains near where I live anyway, but we do have a lot of places to go hiking in my area, but they're probably not anything you've ever heard of. So we don't go like to the mountains in Vermont or New Hampshire or Maine or anything like that. We just stick to hiking in the mainly Massachusetts and Rhode Island are the areas that we mostly go hiking because that's the area that I live in. What else? Number three, pumpkin spice everything. Not just pumpkin spice lattes. Pumpkin spice muffins, pumpkin spice Cheerios, pumpkin spice Eggos. I just basically have a container that is pumpkin spice, and I sprinkle that on popcorn, pumpkin spice, everything. Sometimes I'll just make a regular cup of coffee and then sprinkle a little bit of pumpkin spice in my coffee. Yeah, I don't know what it is with everybody on pumpkin spice and fall, but it just is synonymous with it. So in addition to the food, pumpkin spice candles, pumpkin spice lotions, give me all that stuff. I love it. Number four, I've got written down football. I love to watch the NFL on Sundays. if I can. Sometimes, I'll watch the games like if they're on at 1 o'clock, but I don't really like to watch them at night because then I'm like tired, I can't concentrate, and that's no fun. So, the same reason why I don't watch Monday Night Football either. But if the game is on like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, definitely. Although my beloved Patriots have not done very well this season, they've lost. They've won only one game and lost two games, I think it is. And this coming Sunday is not going to be any easier because we're playing Miami, and Miami is undefeated this year. So it's going to be a tough, tough game. And just in case you're curious, for any of you football fans out there, who my favorite player is, probably not who you would think. My favorite player is Gronk. I think that he is he's hot. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be married to him because he's, party boy and, drinks and doesn't seem to take life very seriously and isn't a family man, doesn't have a wife and children or anything like that, but he's pretty easy on the eyes, and I do love to watch him play, though. When Tom Brady throws that football and Gronk jumps and knocks two people down that are trying to defend him, when he jumps and grabs the ball and he's got like two people defending him and he's just like swatting them away like they're flies or something. He's a very large, powerful man who's very good at catching that ball. Yeah, I like watching football. But it's easy to be a football fan when your team is usually in the Super Bowl year after year after year. The true test of a fan is when the team is not doing well, like we're not doing well right now. And, are you still watching the games? That's a real fan. And yes, those last two games that they lost, I watched them all the way to the end. And then number 5, I've got written down apple orchards. We have several apple orchards in the area, but there's one in particular that is really popular that is our favorite. And boy, there's nothing like going up to the orchard and buying a big bag of apples on a crisp fall day. And they also have other things that I try not to look at because they have pies, like homemade pies. They have cinnamon donuts with apple cider. They have, what else do they have? They have an assortment of vegetables too that are like left over from, the summer produce and whatnot. Let's see, what else do they have? Around Halloween, they start to have like hay rides and things like that. You know what I want to do this year that might be on my list next year that I have never done? Have any of you ever done a corn maze? I've always wanted to do that, but they're pretty expensive around here. I don't know how much they are where you are, but that just, I don't know, that looks like so much fun to me, but I don't know, maybe it isn't. Let me know in the comment section, have you ever been to a corn maze, and is it worth the money? Because they're pretty pricey where I live. Also, let me know in the comment section what your favorite thing is about fall. Because summer is great. I love summer, but I don't know, fall is right up there with summer too. I would have to say summer is my favorite season because I kind of like the heat and I like not having to wear a coat or a jacket. I just love the idea of just walking out the door and not having to think about adding another layer. For as much as I do love New England, I've lived here my whole life. If I could, I would move to a hot climate in a second, but for financial reasons, we can't leave. But if, I don't know, if we were to win the lottery or something, I would love to live in a hot climate. Probably the desert Southwest, I'm thinking. Because we've been to Vegas many times, but even Vegas is too cold in the winter. It gets really cold out there in the wintertime. I remember the first time I was out there in the winter, I didn't bring a winter coat. And boy, was I surprised at how cold it was. I had to buy a winter coat when I was out there because it was so cold, just bitter cold. Um, but yeah, even Vegas is not warm enough for me. I've been to Arizona. For those of you that live in Arizona, hey. I went to Phoenix once before I was married for a whole week by myself. And I had a great time. I went to so many different kinds of places and did all different kinds of things, and it was really fun, and the weather was fantastic. But the thing with Arizona is, yeah, the weather is fantastic, but in the summer, I guess it's pretty brutal because it's like crazy hot. So I think it probably depends, though, what part of Arizona you're in. I think some areas are probably, worse than others. So there are, like, if in the northern part of Arizona, they actually get snow up there, and like in the Grand Canyon area, or even like Flagstaff, I think. But then if you go to the southern part, like Phoenix, Tucson, then it's like too hot. But there's a section in between, in the middle there, that whole section that goes across the middle, where, that's probably what I would want to do if I was to move out there. But yeah, if I could move, I think I would move to Arizona. I I might like California too. I don't know because I've never been there. But I don't know. There's a lot of things about California that kind of would make me very apprehensive. Mudslides, fires, earthquakes, crime. Um, what's the other thing? There's one more thing. Oh, the cost of living. Wow. I don't know how you guys do it. But so yeah, I mean, I would like to visit though. So if I lived in Arizona, then chances are I would like to take vacations in California because then it'd be a heck of a lot closer. So that's it for today, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.